Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome darling. I am brilliant. I hope you stay. I hope you enjoy this content, and I hope you remember to subscribe. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the day ones. Thank you so much for holding it down for me. You are every reason why I keep filming another video for this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a makeup beginner starter kit. So if you're a beginner, you're just starting to do your own makeup and you don't know what to get, or something basic, this video is absolutely for you, so stay tuned. So first of all, you're going to want to make sure that you have something for your eyebrows, and for that you can either use eyebrow gel or an eyebrow pencil. Disclaimer, my pencil is in the ghetto, so you can use a regular pencil like this one. This is the one that I personally use. This brows that I did today, I used this pencil. As little as it is and as not too sharp as it is. So you can use this pencil for your eyebrows, or you can use brow gel, which looks something like this. You can get it anywhere really, which looks something like this. However, I can't find my brown gel. I don't know where I put it, so you need to use brown gel instead of black gel. Black eyebrows are not it anymore. They were never it in the first place, and they are never going to be it in any time, in any future. Okay, so you can use this gel, but in the shade brown for your brows. Then the next thing that you want to have is your concealer. So I'm just going to take you guys step by step from like excuse me, from like the point at which you start your makeup to the point where you end your makeup. So I'm really going to take you step by step. If we come back, because we're going to use the concealer later on in this video, or rather on your makeup, so I'm going to talk to you guys about concealer again. So when you've drawn your eyebrows and you've used your pencil or your brow gel liner, you want to use your concealer to just clean up your brows and to perfect the shape. And for this, personally, I use the concealer LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I'd recommend as the most beginner friendly concealer that you can use, and I use it in the shade Fawn or Cool Tan. So I rarely use Cool Tan because Cool Tan is a bit lighter, so I like to use that one for highlighting, but Fawn is the closest to my skin tone shade, and it works perfectly for just cleaning up your eyebrows, and it's easy to move, so you won't really have like a hard time. However, you probably need to give it a bit of practice so that you're able to bring out that perfect eyebrow shape that you want to create. After your eyebrows are all cleaned up, you want to get an eyeshadow palette. So let me show you guys my very first eyeshadow palette, which I was very proud of getting, although I'm going to tell you guys why that eyeshadow palette was just really the wrong one to get. I got it a couple of years back, I think, and I was so happy that I finally got an eyeshadow palette. Ta-da! So this right here is my very first eyeshadow palette that I used, and it has some pretty cool colors. Some of those colors I never even got to really use that much, because even when you look at it, it's not that much used, except for the parts that are empty, of course, and the parts that are almost finished, but I really didn't use it that much. However, the one thing that is not right about this palette is that it has zero pigment. So when you're a beginner, you want to make sure that you get an eyeshadow palette that has pigment, that is going to pop instantly the minute that you apply it, because remember, you're a beginner, you're starting to do your makeup, and you really don't want things to be hard for you. You want eyeshadow that's just going to pop instantly. So I'm going to show you guys something from this palette. I'm just going to grab an eyeshadow brush, say this brush, and I'm going to just swipe it here on there, right? So you see that on the brush it really looks like the color is going to pop in everything, but you need to understand that the way that it shows up on your brush and the way it's going to show up on your skin are going to be different. So next we're going to take your arm, like just right there, and then you're going to apply it like that. You see that? So that is what's going to tell you whether your eyeshadow has got much pigment or it has no, like very little pigment and all of that. And when you look at this, just look at that. So when we applied it, it looked like it's going to have like, it's going to pop out and everything, but now it's disappearing. Like literally the wind just came and whew, it's gone, just like that. So eventually you're going to apply your eyeshadow, and by the time you get to wherever you're going, your eyeshadow would have disappeared. So you want to make sure that you get an eyeshadow palette that has some pigment. So I'm going to show you from a different palette, this palette that I have right here, another different color that has got like pigment. So I'm just going to pick any color from here. Okay, let's pick this color right there. I think it's bright color that you guys will be able to see. And then we just do that, and then there it is, and then we're going to apply it on my hand the same way that we did, like this right there. Do you guys see the difference? Of course I used different colors, right? But like you can really just tell the difference, and you can tell which color has more pigment and which color has less pigment. And so as a result, when you use this type of eyeshadow that's got this much pigment, you're guaranteed that, the more you build it up on your eye, it's really going to last you the whole day and it's going to be perfect. And as a beginner, you don't really have to like get a big palette or anything. You can just get like a really small compact palette so that you get yourself used to applying eyeshadow and blending and of those things. And when you've got your eyeshadow, your eyes, everything is done, you want to get a mascara. Okay, I can't see where I put my mascara, but it was somewhere here. You want to get a mascara, just lengthen those lashes and you're good to go. We will talk about falsie application in a different video, but for now we're just doing something really basic and what you need to just get started with your makeup. And when you're done with that, the next thing you want to do is go in with your foundation. So there are two types of foundation that I personally have used, and that is a liquid foundation and a stick foundation, and I'm going to give you guys the advantages and disadvantages of using either of the foundation. So firstly, my favorite is liquid foundation. I feel like it's easy to blend into your skin, it's easy to move around on your skin, and once you apply it, you blend it in, and then it doesn't give you a hard time blending it into your skin, especially when it's a good one like this one, which is also matte. However, when it comes to stick foundations, I usually prefer stick foundations for highlighting and contouring, because they like really bring out that highlight and that contour, and they really set in. But when it comes to applying on your whole face, it's a bit something else, because stick foundations can be hard to blend in, especially when you're a beginner. Like, they can give you a hard time trying to blend in onto your whole face. This is why sometimes you might see people who have foundation that's literally going around like this on that part of their face, because the blending is just a nightmare. But with liquid foundation, you can literally just move it around and blend it on this whole area, including your neck and everything, and leaving no harsh lines on your face whatsoever. So that's what you need. Next up, your foundation. And when you're getting a foundation shade, I'll try to do like a separate video for how to pick your foundation shade. So just subscribe, turn on the notifications, and look out for it. Once you've got your foundation all applied, you want to go in with the highlight. So for the highlight, you're going to need your concealers again. So firstly, you're going to need a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. But as a beginner, I'd really recommend that you get a concealer that is like just 1 shade lighter than your skin tone. For me personally, I also use Fawn in this stage because I like to mix it with a concealer that is 2 to 3 shades brighter than my skin tone, which is the creamy beige concealer. So, and with the concealer that is 3 shades lighter, I only put it like in the inner corners of my eye so that I just, you know, make my eyes pop out. In the rest of the area, I use Fawn, and I also use Cool Tan, which is like another different alternative that works for me. But as for you, whatever your skin tone is, just find a concealer that is 1 shade brighter than your skin tone, and you use that to highlight under your eyes, around your mouth if you have dark circles around your mouth like me, your forehead and everything. And then you're going to need a concealer that is 1 shade darker or 2 shades darker than your skin tone for contouring and you know, just contouring and giving shape to your face. That's what you're going to need, and that's it for your highlight and your contouring. And I really recommend that you get LA Girl Pro Concealer. It is the most beginner friendly, guys. I feel like you won't go wrong with LA Girl. You absolutely will not go wrong, so you should really get this one, okay? And then once we are done with the whole highlighting and contouring and everything, you want to go in and set everything in. So what you're going to need is a setting powder. I am currently using this MAC loose powder in the shade NC43. So you can use loose powder, you can use setting powder, you can use translucent loose powder for the stage, and you can set your highlights, all the areas that you would have highlighted, you just set them with your powder. If you have oily skin, this is the part where you also get to bake your most oily parts, like the areas that really get oily the most on your face. You get to bake so that you just reduce that oiliness, and yeah, that's all that you need. And then you can also go in with like a compact powder, which you can use for your contouring, the areas to set the areas that you have contoured. And for this one, you need a powder that is in your skin tone. However, what you can do to replace the compact powder, because you've already gotten powder, which is the loose powder, you can go onto your eyeshadow palette and you can find a shade, because eyeshadow palettes always have neutral shades that you can use for your contour part. So for example, this shade right here, this is a perfect shade that you can use just to set the areas that you have contoured, and it will, you know, it will add on to that contour really, and it works perfectly fine. If you're much lighter, you can even use like a brick red shade, which also works perfectly fine. And yeah, you can do that. And then speaking of which, the next thing that you're going to need is your blush, your bronze, your highlights, right? And because you're a beginner, you don't want to buy too many things. You just want to find your way around doing your own makeup and everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your eyeshadow palette again, and for those of us that are dark skinned, you're just going to look at the orange tones that are on this palette. And for example, let's take this tone right here. This is like an orange tone that works very well on dark skin, so you can use this kind of tone for your blush, and that will perfectly pop out. And if you're light skinned, you can use the pink tones, the maroon tones. Those are the ones that you just find. Even something like this, you just, you know, use that for your blush and it'll work perfectly fine. And then you move on to find also a shimmer shade that you can use for your highlight. So for picking which shimmer shade to use, you just try to determine your undertone. And by undertone, I mean when your skin doesn't have makeup. Does it look warm? Does it look gold? Does it look, you know, does it look bright? Does it look orange? Like, you just try and determine that, you know, every day, every morning, just wake up, look at your skin and try to decide what your skin undertone is, because just looking at it and how the glow that it brings out, is it warm, is it a golden glow, is it like an orange type of glow? And then you can look for a shimmer that is going to match that, and then you use that for your highlight. And And there you go, your beginner makeup starter kit is complete. You can start practicing how to do your own makeup and you know, all of that. So yeah. So additionally, you're going to need your brush set. Obviously that goes without saying. So I've got like the most basic brush set here with me that I'm just going to take you through real quick, and you just see how to use it and which ones you need for which ones. So firstly, you're going to need a brush that looks like this, that is soft, that moves, you know, like that. Especially when you're going to be using a liquid foundation, you can absolutely use this brush just to blend in your foundation. And yeah, so you see what this brush looks like. I will leave a link for Brush Crush where I bought these brushes, and you can just check them out. They have like different kinds of sets, but you can get like any basic brush set that you will need to use. So can get a brush like this for applying your foundation. And then next up, I really like using this brush for applying setting powder. Why? Because it's got this tapered thingy, I don't know, this tapered shape that it's got. This tapered shape that it has, it really becomes useful, especially when you're coming here on your under eyes. So you see how it just sits on the corner of my eye like that and sits on my under eye like that. So when you're applying setting powder, this kind of brush is absolutely perfect for doing that, and it works absolutely amazingly fine. And then when it comes to applying your blush, you're going to need a brush that is tapered, 1, and 2 that is angled like this, because you want to come and you hold it that way, because you're going to be applying your blush going up that way, so you want to be holding it like that. And this brush is perfect for that use. And then you're going to have your fan brush, obviously, for just applying your highlight right where it needs to be without putting it all over your cheek or anything. It's just going to bring that highlight right over there like that, and that's perfect for that. And when you're just setting your whole face, you're going to need like this big fluffy brush like that. Just, you know, you're just gonna go and set in through your whole face, and that just is perfect. And then you're also going to need like a flat brush like this one, this flat brush that you just going to use for applying your, don't mind my brushes are dirty, I was using them, so we move, okay? So you're just going to use this flat brush for applying your concealer onto your, when you're shaping your eyebrows. And yeah, when you're shaping your eyebrows, you're going to need this brush, this flat brush, just to apply your concealer. And then other brushes that you're going to use are these ones. So unfortunately I lost the other brush, but like you're also going to need a blending brush that is something like this but much fluffier. So whatever set you're going to get, you will need a blending brush that is like this but much fluffier. So this is also an eyeshadow brush that you can use for applying your eyeshadow, as well as this one, especially for those shimmer shades and those cut crease shades. You can use a brush that looks like this. It has to be fluffy like that. And yeah, and even this one, the one that we did our demonstration with, you can use that as well. So there you go, you have your brush sets, you have your products, you're ready to get your face beat to the guts. Hope that this video has been useful for you. Do let me know in the comment section if this was helpful, if you have any further questions that you would like for me to address and all of that. Otherwise, I hope you remember to like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Until next time, much love.